And we are unmuted and we are on.
Okay, all right. So, welcome back to M&A&D&D episode 49. I forgot what I titled it, so we'll look for that later. So last time, recently, you guys
A Goliath problem.
threw, yeah, there it is. Last time or recently, you guys put a big monkey wrench in like the biggest happenings in Aaron or Farron, where you guys disrupted a giant horde of gold that was being transported for the dragon cult. You can only assume to entice bigger and badder dragons to their side. Um, Soon after that, you guys uh, leapt from the sky castle, landing very close to the high moors. Um, there was some previous intentions to come here, as Ulan's been trying to follow up on a bit of history that he knew. His herd was last seen in this area. Venturing into the high moors, you guys came across particularly interesting species that very few of you had ever seen. Maybe only one of you had ever seen. Um, and it seems that maybe it was written in the stars that you might have met because there was something in common. He had come all this way, travels from a very far place, in order to look for a mentor, and this mentor happened to also be someone close to Ulan's heart, his surrogate mother, who died in a battle with the dragon, black dragon with the blue scar. Um, he directed you towards your herd, deeper into the high moors. And after a fight with some dragons that were harassing some unknown creatures, you guys were able to step in and rescue two Goliaths from Ulan's original herd. And they led you back underground where they introduced you to the very few remaining Goliaths of a once very proud and noble herd. Kind of burrowed underground and hiding, looking sickly and battered. And that's kind of where we're going to start now.
Oh, that's a different
Underneath,
photo.
you guys had continued further on into the caves as the female Goliath with her son now healed, feeling a little bit more spry, leads you further down into these kind of like winding tunnels carved eons ago. And he takes you back to a room lit, or she takes you back to a room lit with this kind of like it's a like a gas flame that's coming, um that is just kind of like coming out of a pore in the ground. um it's like a natural lantern here deep within the bowels of this underground tunnel system. As she leads you closer to the thing, you guys see kind of propped haphazardly in a makeshift throne made of like rib cage and bone and sinew, a giant Goliath just kind of hunched over, his head bowed to you. still a hulking form, but these past few years or days or months have not been kind. And we'll start right there.
What are you things? Are we in front of this guy, or
You're walking up still. You got like, I don't know, 50, 70 yards before you're right in front of him.
So Ulan looks over to the female and the son. What is your names? We have not caught them.
The female Goliath turns to you. Shalka. It's good to meet you. Oh, and again, I owe you a debt of gratitude for what you have done for me and my son. And this is my boy, Gath. Gath kind of just like looks up at you admiringly. You get the sense like he hasn't seen a healthy Goliath in a minute, and you're coming in. I mean, you're weird looking with a moss beard and the moss hair, but compared to like through the tunnels, you had seen other Goliaths just like huddled in corners and up against walls, kind of finding places that weren't damp to lay and rest. They've lost a lot of that body mass.
I was redrawing and Terry just bounced out. Alright.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Shilka and Goth. My name is Darmir.
Darmir.
And this is my companion Liam and Val. And also we have Valen here as well.
You all have done us a great service. Thank you very much. Now, I'm going to take you to our leader. He is like us all, not faring well, but he is still a ferocious and amazing man. So please address him kindly. This is Bilk. I'm bringing you to.
Bilk?
Bilk. She continues to walk you forward.
Can I just do a general perception check of the area, just to, assuming everything's on the up and up, and while these people are truly in dire straits, we're not walking into any kind of hostile territory.
Yeah, go ahead.
Terry, there.
And so what'd you roll?
Yeah,
I see 12 on the screen.
I'm adjusting the mic.
I got a 16 total.
You got a 16. So like kind of lining the cavern of this wall are a lot of weapons. But you had already passed guards, and you had already passed any like kind of formidable looking Goliath a while ago. This is just kind of like an empty area of it. And you certainly don't get the sense that if this Bilk who sits on this throne were to attack, that he would be much of a challenge to anybody here. He's like I said, he's still hulking, he's still massive, and he still like kind of exudes this thing, but the way his kind of head is just like dripped to the side, like he's not faring any better than the Goliaths around.
Okay. I'll quickly lean into Ulan and just whisper, do you see anything or sense anything on his condition? Or do you just think he's like malnourished in all of this?
He might be a little sick, but I honestly am not too sure what is going on.
Do we think it's magical?
Can we roll something? See.
No, like we could
Would
also
be
use
insight.
wand of magic detection, see if there's like an aura given off around them, like they're being cursed or something, maybe. I'm not sure if the wand of magic detection would give off a like that kind of thing, but it should show if something's affecting them in a magical offense.
Would Ulan recognize like the conditions that they're in, or what type of illness they have?
I think you'd roll a medicine check if you're specifically looking for that.
I would say roll medicine with an advantage right now because you had already gotten like a fairly decent update from the Furbolg that you had met.
18.
You like as you looked around, it's not that some disease has come over. It's not that you don't get the sense that they're all fallen mercy to like a curse. This is what defeat looks like. This is what happens when your herd may not have been able to continue its route, its migration path. Their life has been upended where they normally would travel north and south at free will in order to live off the land, to hunt, to like thrive. From what you've understood and what you've been told, their life has been upended and they're kind of like holding on.
That they're really depressed.
What you know of your herd is they're usually way too proud to be sulking and hiding underground. That this must be kind of dire straits that they're on. You guys step forward and Shalka presents you. Grandmaster Bilk, these travelers, they have done us a great service and they rescued me and Gath from the trolls. They dealt with them quite hastily. And I know that we're short on rations, but if we can give them rest for the night, it would be greatly appreciated.
And then DM, would I, hearing this internally, I would immediately start to think and think back to when we were entering into this area. Would I recognize and realize and know if I would have the skills to be able to find enough game in the surrounding area to potentially help for at least a little bit? Or does this look like this place is clearly too desolate to find much?
You hadn't seen a lot of wildlife here. It is kind of it is kind of sparse. So I think you can offer.
Okay. Well, at that point, yeah, if overhearing Shalka, I'll offer my my abilities as a ranger and a hunter if needed.
You just kind of hear this, and the Goliath on the throne swings his head around and kind of just real droopily it falls, but you all are welcome here. Midway through it, he stops and he looks at you, Ulan. You are Goliath.
Da,
you speak the language. You have our dialect. Who
Sounds
are
like
you?
it's a little bit different of a dialect.
Fuck off.
That
Give me-
sounds
give me-
about right.
Give me a couple minutes. I'll fucking hit it. Then I'll go off of it. Yeah.
The pendulum swing of dialects.
You look very familiar to me.
Well, I get that a lot.
You remind me of my boy.
I'm sure he was a strong warrior.
He was the best. Come closer, please. Let me have a look at you.
Ulan walks closer.
As you kind of like step up to him, the blue light, this blue phantom flame that's being like fed from the ground, lights you up. And you just, no, I know you.
Remember, Ulan has like this moss. It's been like 21 years. It's moss
No.
all over it.
You look too
It's
much
the
like
eyes, bud.
you
Yeah,
look too much like my son for me to think that you are not kin. Speak the truth, Ulan. Where? What? What are you doing here?
okay. Who got me?
Oh my god.
Come here.
Like-
Come here, grandson. Let me get a better look
I
at you.
didn't think that anyone would remember me or want to hear me after so long.
Remember, you have never forgotten. And it is one of the worst things I have done as master of the horde is to turn you away. And I have been cursed ever since. Come here, boy. And he just reaches his arm out to you.
Ulan walks closer awkwardly a little bit.
He puts his big hand, just like behind your head and just kind of pulls your forehead down to his.
Ulan, if he's your
You-
grandfather, you're gonna have male pattern baldness for sure.
And he just, you feel his body doing these heaves and he fights back. Ulan. I cannot forgive myself for pushing you away. And look what we've been. Look what has happened to us around here.
So I was only a child. I did not know any better. But once I was exiled, I did find others and have been raised.
You became a survivor, which, listen, it is why we did what we do to those we can no longer control. We throw them into the wild and expect them to come back stronger. And we went looking for you, but we could never find you.
Oh,
It was difficult, and I am sorry.
so I need some time to think all of this over. Ulan steps back a little bit. Contemplative. He's contemplating his life.
Shalika, bring them some rations and show them a place to bunker down for the night. Please, Ulan, join me in the morning after a long rest, and maybe you and I can figure out how we can save the herd. It is good to see you, boy.
Ulan nods and Goes to
Alrighty. Shelka leads you back. Are you guys gonna head back out?
Do we want to catch Terry up because he's blind? He's completely lost. Do you want to just give him like the 30-second recap?
I think he's been listening. So you guys follow Shelka out, and she takes you to a corner of the cavern, kind of like back up towards the top a little bit, away from where Bilk. As you guys walked away, Ulan looks back and he sees Bilk just kind of like fall back over in his throne made of bones. It seemed like the energy he mustered to confront Ulan was like kind of wore him out. Shelka and her son lead you back up towards the tunnels. You guys kind of go back up towards the surface. There's a little bit more daylight and stuff, but the sun's fading pretty fast, and Shelka shows you to like an empty passageway, not a passageway, but tunnel. In there is a pit. There's not a lot of kindling, and some like young Goliaths come up and they bring you like really small, like it looks like chicken wings, but they're frog legs. Like, and there's only about like 8 or 9 of them. But they offer them to you.
I'm good.
I'll have some frog legs. I'll have some frog legs.
I'll eat a ration. I ate before I came. Don't worry.
These children in Goliath look like, I mean, you could see their bones, like you could see, and then Valen starts plucking like what little food they have off of a plate.
I currently still have 22 good berries from Ulan.
Oh yeah, we have good berries.
I will hand them out because a single good berry is enough to sustain a person for an entire day.
Hold up. So
I'll hand those out.
Valen's still eating their food.
No. We are being offered frog legs, right? We're not stealing anybody's food.
And starving children. Because they were.
The kids. I'm not eating those food, man. Fuck, I'll eat my berry. I did not know that, man. Come on.
Even if you did know that, you would have eaten their frog legs. We all know the truth.
The ranking of monsters on the team just went Liam, and then Valen just jumped right over.
I was like, I'm not gonna eat your food. Valen's like, give me that. He takes that frog legs and he takes that trophy.
You guys have no idea how delicious frog legs are.
And you know what, Terry? I'm okay not knowing. I'm okay. I will die not knowing, and I'll take that one.
They're actually good.
Touché, man. Touché.
It's
You're from
okay.
Carolina, man. You're from Carolina. How the hell?
We aren't Southern.
David's right. We're from North Carolina, but we're not really Southern. Secondly, I've seen the frogs in North Carolina. I don't want to eat any of these motherfuckers.
They're gross.
Yeah.
Actually,
Okay.
I don't think North Carolina is North Carolina's not famous for frogs.
Frog egging is a big thing out here, Alex. Yes. Darcel would go frog gigging every fucking week.
But Darcel's Darcel. I don't think
Yeah,
of him as
he
like
was
a
the
normal
epitome. He was the epitome of Hillsboro.
person. That's true.
All right.
Okay.
So
Everybody did it.
so Ulan,
With his good berries to Shelka and tells her to go give these out. Go give it out to the Goliath. And then Ulan looks at everyone else as he hands her.
I already gave mine out. Don't you fucking look at me.
Everyone
the first person to hand.
but Vale. He looks at Liam and he looks at Valen.
I've already given out mine.
Just give it.
I would have eaten if I was
good berries.
hungry. I would have eaten one, but like I would have given out the rest. Like I wouldn't have like
All right.
stash something
So-
that's gonna go away.
So the youngest of the
That's
Goliath
right.
children look up at Ulan, who's kind of like stepped in, refused the food in the kindest of ways, being like, "No, this is important for you all," and then hands out these good berries. Shelka takes how many you guys think you're giving?
I'm giving them all of mine because they're going to go bad anyways. I have 22.
That's gonna be
So there's
plenty.
80.
Okay.
So she has 80, and we tell her that they will only last so long, so make sure that everyone eats these up,
Eat your fill while you can.
and they will
Okay.
help heal you too.
Okay, so so Shalka and her son Gath take off down the tunnel with like just their arms kind of filled with these good berries, and they, which you imagine would go disperse them amongst the remaining Goliaths. You guys have some time here as you guys set up your camp
Okay.
that I'll give you guys, and
I have two things that I want to try and do. And I'll turn to everybody and say, just bear with me if we're getting ready to set up camp and bunker down for the night. I'm going off of the assumption that we probably won't be in any more danger for the day. So I will go ahead and spend 2 spell slots to use Primeval Awareness, and I want to know if within a mile, if there are either undead or
Can you check for giants?
mm,
Damn.
I want to know if there's any undead or fiends. And it's just a yes or no question. A yes or no for these.
there's nothing. Nope.
Okay. Cool. Just wanted to make sure.
Mhm.
I'll mark that off in my spells.
Sorry, guys. I don't know. I had that map, that picture pulled up on my screen, but not your guys. So, sorry. That's what we've been looking at.
Yeah, I keep closing it because I wanted to get to the chat.
Oh, you're closing it. Okay,
Yeah, it's me closing it because I need to get to the chat.
gotcha.
Ulan walks up to Val. Val, my friend, do you have a moment?
Yeah. What's up?
So I was not expecting what my grandfather had said to me when I came here.
Yeah, your pop pulled a fast one on you.
I thought they would have been still angry. Like I told you, I was exiled when I was 5. Not
Mm-hmm.
even expect him to recognize me. I was going to just let it all be, heal them up a little bit, and just leave them. So now of what he has told me, I'm conflicted and not sure what to do.
Yeah, you thought you were exiled, and apparently it sounded like they had a purpose for everything, but I don't know how does that necessarily tie in with what's going on now? Like, I want to know how they got to this state, and if we can help.
I don't know. It seems like after everything that has happened since I left, that things have piled up and they have been worn down and beaten down and have just about accepted defeat. So I
Mhm.
don't know if we should. Maybe I can convince them that the dragons are evil, and maybe we can have them get healthy again and find a new cause.
Well, again, if their illness or their current state was due to a lack of resources or a lack of hunting prowess, they would need to leave. But clearly they're staying here for a reason, either out of fear or necessity, and we need to figure out what that is in order to essentially liberate them from this state that they're in so that they have the ability to go back out and be a herd. But they won't be able to, looking around, you saw for yourself, they wouldn't be able to do that themselves.
No, not at all. Ugh.
So we need to figure out if this is your family, like if you want to help them, like we need to help them.
It am inclined to torn between chasing after this black dragon and helping my family. One, they are my blood originally, but also the dragon killed the one who actually raised me for a majority of my life. So I do not know.
Well, I don't think we're gonna be able to come up with a plan tonight until we get more information about what our options are and what next steps we can take.
So rest for the night and then start investigating.
Yeah, I think that's the best path forward at this point with what information that we have. We know we want to help, but we need to gather more information on how we can do that.
Very well. And then Ulan cast his spells that he has remaining for going to bed on making more good berries and gives everyone 20. Might be 21. I'm just going to say 20. I don't want to do the math.
Okay. Anybody else want to do anything before a long rest? Valen?
I want to do something, but it would be metagaming, so I'll wait until during the break.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
Learning to catch up and what happened last time. So.
Okay. Are you guys going to just sleep there on the ground, or you guys casting your hut?
Yeah. I'll use the hut.
Okay. So
I'll still take a watch.
Okay. From inside this time?
Yeah, for now.
Okay. What is the 2?
That's just for my staff of fire. How many charges I gain back?
Okay. As you guys lay down in the hut, you're invisible to the outside world. Val sits in kind of like a meditative stance inside, watching out, and in the first few hours of your rest, he sees kind of like in the shadows this darting, dipping in between like these stalagmites that are on the ground, and peering around the sides of it, he sees like the young children. This confused look on their heads is they don't see these new strangers. They've somehow disappeared. They had been here previously.
I'll take
they get a little braver and they step outside of the stalagmites and they kind of start wandering into like this cave, and they're just kind of whispering like, where did they go?
I'm gonna take a good berry. I'm gonna tuck it outside the door and try and like to beam one in the forehead from like so they can't see where it's coming from, but like a little.
Do an athletics. Do an athletics.
Oh my God, no!
I mean, it's just gonna splat.
Not very good at athletics.
So you throw the good berry out, and it misses the kill.
Doing?
Alex, what are you doing?
Why are you wanting to kill children?
There's a staff of fire roll.
You missed the headshot, but it
It's
comes
like
very
throwing
close
it
to
out
the kid.
by their feet and stuff.
Yeah, and the kid's like, kind of like scream, like you surprise them, they scream, and then they just like go tearing down this giant tunnel, and then for the rest of the night, you never hear them come back.
Okay.
Dawn fast approaches, and you kind of start hearing like a lot more clatter and noise as you guys wake up from your slumber. Mostly, like besides the one thing, it was an uneventful night. But like you said, the noises flowing through these tunnels is you hear chatter, you hear movement and stuff.
Does it seem more lively than when we first arrived?
It does.
And if I see any of the kids running by or any of the other Goliaths walking by, do they look?
Inside of your hut? You guys are still inside of your hut.
Oh, I thought we were walking
tunnel.
out. Okay.
No, as far as I know, you guys haven't left. But
okay. Well, guys. Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning, Ulan. Should we go and see your grandfather? He asked to see you this morning. Is there anything else that we need to do beforehand?
Not that I can think of. I don't know if perhaps Liam might want to take a look around. Do some scouting.
You want me to scout inside of your own home?
I have not actually been with them for 21 years now, so...
Okay, but that's beside the point. Let me make sure you're asking me for what I think you're asking me to do.
I'm not asking you to steal. I'm asking you just...
You're asking me to do sneaky things.
You don't even have to be real sneaky. Just walk around.
It's an all or nothing thing. Like either I'm in sneak mode.
There's no semi-sneaky for him. They're just
right. I'm either invisible, like I'm either like a ghost not there, and things are what they are, or we're chillaxing.
Well, looks over to Valen. Would you mind accompanying him? Just to make sure he.
I just want to make sure or is there something? Sorry, chat. Is there something you're looking for in particular?
No.
Is there something you're concerned about? I just thought everything was going well. Like, why do you want me to go look around? Like, look around for me is code for
I want
steal
to make
everything in sight. And we just gave them like good bears. I even feel bad. Like, I mean, are you trying to take the Valen stick of like being a terrible person?
And even I feel bad, he says.
You don't have to if you don't want to.
I mean, I kind of want to. I have an itch. I haven't stolen like anything in like a week, but like, we could do it. I mean, we let Furball go by. And I didn't do anything to his house, so like.
Must you always be such an ass? Do we have to steal from everyone we meet?
Not everyone. We let one person go by. Now I'm just saying we're balance of power. I'm just saying. I wasn't planning to. I was sitting here perfectly fine to just like see what you guys wanted to do. But now you guys apparently you do or you don't want me to go look around.
I mean, if you're going to steal, not really.
I wasn't going to steal anything unless it was really, really good.
Is he an asshole?
Yes.
All signs point to yes.
Okay.
Val,
I'm trying to see what he wants, like what his intentions or what he was implying. He's just kind of being dodgy about it.
No, he's just saying you're the. Go ahead.
Val, you casted your spell last night to see if there were any undead and fiends, right?
Yeah, I didn't see any. I didn't feel any.
Do you want to check for any dragons or any other creatures as well?
I'm going for about.
All right, you have fun. I can check for dragons. I can check for. I can check for dragons, fae, elementals, celestials, and aberrations. But given the circumstances, I feel like dragon would be the only one that may or may not be around. So, do you want me to go ahead and check for one of those?
That might be a good idea.
So you're
It's
not moving on
that
that map, just so you know. Like the map has nothing. The map that we're currently on has nothing to
I
do
Yeah.
with it.
completely understand. I'm just
Okay.
rolling
So yeah, you.
perception. I'm just throwing some rolls out here. You can choose which ones you want. I'll throw an investigation out here too. All right, there's all my rolls. So choose which ones you want.
You exit the hut, and you continue down the tunnel. Ulan kind of gave you the direction to just see if anything's peculiar. And the difference between yesterday when you walked in and today this morning is almost night and day. They look a hell lot less sickly. Goliaths are kind of like going around and they're moving things around. They're like carrying boxes, crates and stuff, barrels. There's a little bit more quickness to their steps, and for the first time since encountering them, a lot of them seem to have their heads up as they're walking, like instead of this like slouch kind of. You get the sense that these good berries that you fed everybody spread quickly around the herd, the remaining herd, and some nice food, some consistent food, or has done wonders to this group.
DM, real quick, I'm checking to see if there are any dragons around. I don't think this would be considered the forest, unless you think so. So it would be only 1 mile. If you consider this the forest, then we're in 6 miles.
Nothing. No.
Okay, thank you. I'll let Ulan know.
Okay.
And during that time, we'd be walking towards Bilk.
Okay.
Yeah, it's only a minute, so just focus for a little bit.
Okay. So you continue back down through the tunnel, and then you head back into the familiar underground. Again, like the people that had been kind of huddled in corners and stuff, like you don't see that anymore. You don't. They're moving. A lot of them are coming in and out of Bilk's area, carrying like javelins and spears and swords and stuff. As you guys round the corner, you see next to the throne, this big hulking body just laying on the ground, face first.
What the?
And then after a second, he pushes up, and then back down into the ground.
Bastard, Vivo.
Back up, and then he notices you guys approaching, and he just hops to his feet. Ah, son, come. We have much to talk about.
Boy.
Can I do? I don't know what the role would be for this. Do we feel okay?
That would be like an
Perception.
Yeah,
I would say
insight?
perception.
Perception. Do a perception. Or if you do a medical if you want. Yeah.
My insight
medicine.
and medicine are the exact same. So you tell me which one
Alright.
of those two you want. If it's perception, that's way higher. But I want the DM's ruling.
Okay.
Medicine, insight really doesn't matter.
Yeah, pick one.
All right, I'll do insight.
Dang, you should have done medicine. No, you're feeling fine. You actually you had a decent night's sleep. This was one of like the first night where you. Well, no, I don't know how you feel, but you guys slept through the night.
I feel like my brother's an asshole.
Val had like an entertaining night, so like he's kind of like a little more whimsical. He knows that those kids were creeping up on him, and still kind of like laughing, looking for those two young Goliaths that that he had kind of pelted.
I'm
and,
ready.
and
I'm
scared.
ready. I'm holding an action to throw another good berry at one of them when I see one.
Wouldn't they've already disappeared?
No, if I see them just walking around in the
He's
crowds.
also
The good berries.
so Ulan's also made more good berries.
Yeah, we got 20 for the day.
Yeah, you weren't here for that one, but yeah, he did make some more good berries. Bilk is just kind of waving you.
Now.
Waving you. Please come down here. We must talk. Ulan, I hope
It
you're.
looks like you are feeling better.
I'll tell you what. The food you gave the herd, it is a godsend. It was long since our bellies felt this full and we had this much strength in us.
Would you call
Thank
them
you.
magically delicious?
He just kind of glares at the snarky one in the back.
I disappear
Yes. Yes. Yes, I would call them magically delicious. They're kind of bitter, but I like.
They were magical.
Stealth roll to disappear.
Now, Ulan, we have much to talk about.
And,
Please.
I
Tell me.
would like to hear how everything has transpired after I have left the herd.
You tell him your story?
Ulan gives him a recap of what Ulan's been through.
I think if you give him a recap, then that will fill Valen in too.
Oh, okay, I actually give it.
Including your turtle story.
Oh.
May or may not be canon. Based on the drugs you were on during the story.
Okay, level-headed Ulan. So, that's where I was exiled. I wandered around in the Larkwood for quite some time until I met this woman, this druid called Ellie. And she was the one who taught me how to make these berries and many other things, and she became like a mother to me, and she trained me, and I have become what I am today because of her. I'm a druid now, and I wander the land, and the forests are my home now. When I left the herd, due to the, well, as you know, the turtle incident,
Those fucking turtles. It was probably the biggest mistake, second biggest after losing you, to have taken that job by that.
Is the key word
Thing.
here biggest?
speaking of that job that you took from this black dragon, I've actually been trying to hunt down this black dragon, and it has a blue star now.
Do not go near that devil. That
it killed Ellie.
it killed half our herd.
Even more the reason.
You have to understand. We did not understand the debt we were putting ourselves in when we promised to clear the high waters of all the turtles. He had approached us to do his dirty work. He had promised us land. He had promised us strength. If we did his dirty work by wiping out all of the turtles. And it would seem too good to come true, but as you know, we failed. One such turtle escaped our clutches, but we understand now that he feared them. That he was running from He was running from them and used us to do a deed in which he could not.
Is he saying he is in the dragon or he is in the turtle that escaped?
No, he's talking about the dragon.
So the dragon was afraid of the turtles. Okay.
My understanding is that there are more turtles now, and I would like to seek them out and see if they can't help us, help both
No.
the herd and help in defeating
Do
this
not
black
approach
dragon.
those horrible creatures. See, we are stuck here underground because to the north, the dragon, he'll fires hell upon us. But here in the high moors, we have to pick our battles as the turtles are everywhere. They rally around our god. They lurk in the waters. They attack from the bushes. This is their land. We are merely stuck here. It is a battle that is not smart to take. And that is why
Maybe it's not time to see this as a battle, but to make peace with them.
never we can never have peace with them. And what do you think my men are doing now? Our Goliaths are taking up arms because if we can have some more of that food, maybe we can muster up one last charge.
You had told me last night that sending me out was for me to grow and to bring back new experiences and to better apply myself to the herd. Now, but I am saying that the black dragon is much more of a threat than these turtles and our petty war with them. It is time to make peace and to fight, join in arms against the black dragon.
Might I add, having add the turtles to our to our side, we can add their turtle power against the dragon. It'll almost be like think about it like this: be like turtles in a half shell.
Jesus,
it'll just be so good to be against the dragon.
And what we gotta feed them pizza? We gotta feed them pizza.
Bill just shakes his head. You have strange company.
I
heard they're a mighty team, so
Listen,
there is many things that we are. There's many different cultures and many different people out in this world. I have seen many, and our way is not the only way. Your way is not the only way. There is more. There is different paths that you can choose.
Perhaps a Konatash from the north grows only stronger. He will not permit the turtles to get any more to gain any more strength or power here. So I think the confrontation is inevitable. You may be right. We will stand down for a little bit, but I can't promise you how this will go.
That is what we need. Give us some time, and I look over to my companions. Will you all come with me to help rally these turtles and to broker peace between the Goliath and the turtles?
Peace between the Goliaths and the turtles sounds like a wise decision. And I still know that one of your personal endgame is this dragon, and I myself am very keen to hunting down that dragon as well.
I think if we get them to join forces, that might be the push to have the dragon come to us on our terms, and we might be able to lay a trap in ahead of time.
Real quick,
do we know if find out its weakness?
I'll say this: we have had a lot of success ourselves fighting dragons. We have also noticed that, unfortunately, the more that we fought, the stronger they've gotten. They've also been a trend with a lot of the dragons recently uniting and falling in line with the dragon cult. That might not be what's going on with this particular dragon, but it is something that concerns us, which is why we have had the experiences we've had, and your grandson here does. I think you would be wise to take heed of his words, because
I think you would be wise not to tell me how I should be wise.
I knew you. As soon as I said the wise word, you were gonna get pissy about it. I knew I was gonna get bashed for it. Oh,
Well,
man.
Speak to your
I speak
your
like a
groupies.
fucking elf.
No. But come here, grandson. Deep in the Hemors, to the south, you will find the turtle village. Be wary, because they do not take kindly to us, as we are still paying for the sin of having wiped out so many of their kind. We've been at war for many, many, many years.
Is there something that you might have here that I can offer them in good faith?
No, there is nothing that we have that they could possibly want. They have taken everything from us. We are strangers in a strange land. What once was a hunting ground for us, now we are being hunted. Fortunately, we have no bargaining chips here.
We will be off then, and hopefully be
Just
back soon with good news.
let them
In the
know
meantime,
that
gather your strength.
if you could leave us some more of that delicious berries, that would be quite nice. And let them know that if together we can defeat Akuntash, that maybe we'll go back to our migration, and we'll stay clear of them for forever.
I suppose one more thing. What all do you know of Akatosh?
He's very cunning. He's very vindictive. And it is not enough for him to just kill us. It is particularly fun for him to torture, to make a scene of us, to eat of the flesh in front of us. That is why we'd rather be picked off one by one by the turtles here than for anyone to die in the north. He is truly made from hell.
Lance extends his arm out for an embrace, and
He just pulls you in closer and grabs back your head again and hugs you. Go, grandson, please. You may be our last hope. As you guys are heading out now.
yeah.
Well, I guess so.
Well, I mean, I'm asking. Anybody else want to do anything here?
Yeah, I want to have a quick talk with everybody before we go too far. All right, guys. It sounds
Bill
like
continues to do some push-ups and stuff. Like he's.
it sounds like
Right.
we're gonna have to go meet with these turtles. I agree with you, Ulan. I think we should get them on our side. At the very least, you don't have any bad beef with them, and we don't have any bad beef with them. I think there's value in that. I think if we can unite your herd, us ourselves, and the turtles to all rally against
Turtles.
the black dragon, we can then, I think that would be our best chance of coming up with both a plan and having the most strength against the black dragon. With that being said, I know we've been using red hot chili peppers as our go word recently, but in honor of the
New
turtles,
word.
I just think it only makes most sense that
I
it's
think
been a mouthful recently, so I think for the time being we should change it to Cowabunga. I think it's very important.
I third that.
Okay, so it's agreed that our new go word is Cowabunga.
Got it. 100% okay with this.
I had to circle all the way around to make this in work.
Like this guy. Leave him behind, man. Let's just.
All right. We all got it. Cool. All right, cool.
Yep. Easy.
The moment you start getting so serious after that, and I was like, please, no turtle pod, no turtle pod, no turtle pod.
You have no idea how much Ninja Turtles me and David grew up watching. No idea.
1 second.
David David
as
has so
you-
much right now.
As you guys start to leave the caves, Ulan, you feel somebody run up next to you.
I don't know. Fucking.
Yeah, you might have to turn it off because it might get chroma keyed out.
A young Goliath runs up to you. You recognize him as Gath. Please, let me repair the favor. Who's he standing next to?
That was our sensei. He used to work on set with the live action. He was one of the stunt guys for the live action Ninja Turtle movies.
Oh wow.
So he was next to Donatello on that one.
Gath, please, Ulan, let me take you to. Let me lead you to the turtles. I promise that once you're there, I'll come straight home. Please.
Does your mother know that you are leaving?
No, but please, she'll worry if I.
How old is this kid? How old does this kid look to you?
How old are you? Like, how much younger is he than you?
He's 15.
Oh,
He
15.
looks 15. Yeah.
Sorry, I was walking around. Is this the boy that we saved?
Yes.
Wait,
Okay, sorry. I was walking around.
you made him sound like a little kid, but how tall is he as a 15-year-old Goliath?
He's pretty big.
Taller than us, probably.
He's
Probably
smaller than
as
Long, who's 7'7".
Is it GAF or
Yeah, so he's like
GTH?
GATH. He's taller. He's about the same size as the tallest member in your group that isn't you.
Okay, so he's like 6'7". That's what Darth is. Well, Darth's not here.
No, I would say he's as tall as the
Darth
elf.
is 6'9", alright? It's very easy to remember what all of his numbers are.
Always
He's
easy to
69 years
remember.
old, he is 6'9", and he weighs 369 pounds, alright? We made this very easy. There was a missed opportunity to make it 420. We realized that way too late, but it was what it is, what it is.
It is what it is. All right. Are you gonna let him come with, or
We don't want him to, right? Because like he's kind of young, and we don't want him to get hurt while under our watch or get in trouble with anyone, right?
Say it's a call. Let him make the call.
Mm.
I'm standing next to him, going.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ooh,
The
like,
Goliath's already, after one day of just a single goddamn Goodberry, are already trying to go out and fight again. After years and years and years of them not being able to like sustain themselves, they
That's they get one good berry and they're okay.
Ulan is not good
it's the
with pets.
sensu bean.
Ulan is not good with pets, guys. I don't
isn't.
think him having a mini-me
Yeah.
is the solution
Unfortunately, we
here.
have to concur that he's not
Elon's
good.
trying to listen to his Kermit voice in the back of his head. Or
Go,
you-
David.
Oh no, David got mute. I couldn't hear him.
David got muted.
Oh, Heidi, here's Kermit. Your little conscience. You should probably just do the smart thing in this situation. The boy comes with us and we go fight a dragon. He's probably going to die.
After thinking a second, Ulan looks down at Gath. I'm sorry, Void, but you are young, and we have the people here have been battling the turtles for a long time. I think it would incite a little too much conflict. I think you should stay here and protect your mother and protect the herd. Does Ulan have it?
Gath looks at you.
Ulan hands him his old club.
Ooh,
Protect your mother.
I was about to kick you in the shin. But instead, he takes it and starts just like swinging it around. He sees a frog hop and just splatters it.
Well,
Okay.
frog legs
Boy's
from
a
that
hunter
one.
now.
I will stay behind and protect the herd. Thank you. Thank
He
you.
protect and he attack.
Good luck to you all. Now, just
We head
head,
out.
just head south. You will find the path. Just to remember when you get to the large birchwood that spans across many feet, that it is where you take a right. You head closer to the setting sun. You guys start heading out and south.
Alright, we can see everything.
Yep. You guys are full day. It's still a
Luckily,
little
we're
murky
up
out.
north, and we're going south.
Marshland, marshland.
Is north up or is north down?
You shut your mouth.
North that's on the other side of this map. This is quite
I'm
bothersome.
trying to draw you guys. You guys are down in the bottom
Yeah,
right corner.
that's where I'm there.
Be up to
Okay.
I'm down here.
Actually, we're just saying we can see the 5 ogres.
I
They're
think
not
we-
ogres. There's something else.
going down south instead.
Oh.
One's gonna be.
I don't know what they are based on the icon.
Whoa,
Oh, jeez.
who fucking moved themselves all the way to
We're
the top of the
supposed to be
map?
up- We're supposed to be up there going down.
God damn it.
Where do you want us, Diva?
I wanted you
I'm
where
pretty
I
sure he
had
wants us
you.
where he has us. He set us here for a reason.
Once again, we grab Ulan, we pull him back.
One's like, wait, I'm going south.
We have to go south.
Teleport Steelers out of the world.
There's force running through the gun.
Okay.
Fine.
By the way, Terry, I did
Hey.
run you last week, and I did try out one of your new combos. Well, it's one of your old combos, but you never done it yet. Just to let you know what it was you go invisible, and then you played your pipes, and it worked out really well. We actually used it twice. Your pipes of haunting.
To haunt the enemy? Yeah.
Yeah, it has a 30 feet radius thing, and you
Mhm.
cause them to instantly fear, and they have to run if they fail, and that lasts for a minute, and it doesn't break your invisibility if you're invisible. So you can do a really good crowd control to start off.
Anyways. All right. So you guys walk into this area, and it's not too far ahead in this that you do see in front of you some like a band of someone give me an investigation.
I will do it.
Yeah, a band of orcs. They haven't yet caught your attention. They seem to be like hunting and fishing.
Okay, so they're not paying attention to us.
Mm-mm.
Hey guys, orcs ahead. Out of curiosity, how big are orcs in relation to us? They're about the same size, like maybe like Wulan size, right?
Let's see.
Because like a half orc is like the size of a normal humanoid, not too much bigger. But so an orc would be larger in general, I would assume. But not like they're not like a giant.
No, I don't. Oh, I'm not seeing that. Let me see attributes and traits.
Did you delete us? Oh, everyone.
No, he moved us.
I moved up to the top because Lord Almighty, they're medium humanoids.
Okay, so the same as us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's the plan.
I mean, do we? It's kind of. It looks too swampy for us to like easily walk around them, right? DM.
Yeah.
All right. So, do you guys want to?
Poly-
What was that?
polymorph
Polymorph what?
into birds and take us into the sky.
Polymorph with the birds.
No, I think you're talking about himself.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we could avoid him that way. I mean, you would be burning your 4th level spell.
We can turn to giants. We can turn into giant egos and then take you guys up.
Only one of us can, Terry. Polymorph targets one person per at level 4.
How many people can a giant eagle carry?
One medium-sized.
Yeah, I think
True.
one medium.
As you guys stand there
I'm gonna go into stuff.
talking, you just hear, and that last sound, these just like shoots of flame fly up into the air
Oh,
and then instantly dissipate.
did we find a dragon?
They
Can I
came
make
from,
an
like-
Can I make an investigation check about that shit?
Yeah, sure.
Does this look like the same kind of flame that like natural gas flames popping up from underground, like the
The blue torch that was
like that stuff
Yeah.
that they had in the Goliaths?
it's way more sporadic than like because down next to Master Bilk, it was a very steady stream of this gas that they ignited. This one is like that sound.
Mm-hmm. I will.
When that final one lit up, yeah, just DW just like dives into a bush.
Yeah. As soon as I heard the explosion.
Gone. You guys don't know where he's at.
I'll mention to the group that it kind of seems like this area's got a little bit of some natural hazards that we might have to keep in consideration.
I peek my head out of the bush so you guys don't know I'm in. Oh, that's what that was. And then I go back into the bush.
So they could, if we want to attack. There's no way around these orcs.
Do they seem hostile already, or we're just assuming that they're evil?
I guess they're fishing. Is
Yeah.
what you said, so I guess. So do we just go try walking by them?
The other question is where was the origin? I might have missed you explaining it. Where was the point of origination or origin of the fire? Was it in the watery area or was it on a land area? Or could we not?
Yeah, you couldn't really tell.
Okay, don't worry about it then. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's a marshland, so anywhere could have gas just leaking up. So there's
That's
no.
fine. I wanted to know if from the I didn't hear it because I was rolling and my character was diving, but I didn't hear if he said it for sure came from like the swampy bit or if it came from the land bit. So I wasn't sure if there was a place that we had to be more extra cautious on or not. But that's fine. If you guys want to you know, see if they're aggressive before we do anything.
You want to pat Valen on the back. You want to go talk to them.
Valen. Oh, Valen. Okay.
Does Darth want to come out and play?
No, I will scout the area in front of us, but not necessarily talk to them. All right, so I'm gonna move up.
Well, we already did the investigation, and we
yeah,
know.
everything kind of we
Yeah,
kind
we
of know
already
what we know.
everything.
We either need we're either the options are
Attack or
attack,
talk.
walk by, or talk to them. Does everyone
Just
agree
talk.
those are our three options?
Yeah.
I'll talk. I'll try to talk.
Okay, we'll stand back here
Okay,
and pretend we don't know.
so-
or hide.
Can I make a quick intelligence check to see if I would realize that they likely have their own language and if Harry knows said language or not?
Orcs might they'll speak orc, but they might know common.
You think they would?
They don't comment.
Okay.
But before Valen makes another step, I need you to roll an athletics check.
Got it, because it's marshland. Got it. Athletic.
So you hear a similar, and before the third, you roll forward. And then right behind you, this large flame lights up.
And they should follow my path, since like it's already.
We'll go around that little spot that just the flame.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here in a bush watching all this happen, going, maybe flying over would have been the better choice.
So dusting off the mud on my shirts, I just keep walking down.
Ulan, I need you to do. A passive perception.
That's not a roll. It's just on his.
My passive perception's 15.
Okay, you do not realize as you step underneath here, you just hear this squealing.
He killed another.
As
He killed the baby turtle.
you are immediately like. Does a 15 hit?
No.
So all of a sudden, these things start like falling all around you and pelting you. They start to attack. So I'm going to now. You and I need to.
Initiative.
We need to add ourselves to the turn order.
Sure.
And then. Okay, so you get the next attack.
Cool. I'm going to cast Burning Hands on them.
Good roll. Good roll.
Dang.
Swine them away. I'm just going. And then catch.
Plan.
I rolled an 8, so they take 16 damage. So all of them are falling, and they're kind of like swarming all over you, biting you. And then you just grab with your hands, you're swatting them away as they're on fire, and you just kind of hear this like this squealing sound. That is minus 16 damage. All right. And then immediately they attack back, and then this is. Ooh, damn it. So, in their like, as they're like all around you, kind of in flames, they inflict 2 piercing damage as they bite into your skin. It was a 20 to hit.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna smack him.
In the meantime, so Val and
Can I ask you that
Valen.
question, Viva, before you go too far?
Uh huh.
Is there any of that gas around that's exploding?
guess around who?
Ulan that just used burning hands that has the secondary effect of fire ignites any flammable objects in the area that isn't being
I know.
or
That's
carried.
the thing I was going to warn him about.
Well,
I guess I
Too
just
late.
ignited the tree on fire.
too late. We'll have to find out.
I'm being fair.
I-
I'm
yeah.
reading the secondary effect of this going. Dude, we
Okay,
can just
so
look them up.
Val and Ulan, if you it's your guys' kind of turn. Valen's ahead of the game, and he doesn't notice that Ulan is fighting, just swatting at these things as they like go up and down into the trees. He's still like kind of focused on the orcs. Val and Valen, you do see what's going on?
Wait, I thought you said Valen was was too far
Val-
ahead.
no, okay, yeah,
It'd
no,
be
I'm
me and DW.
Yeah, Val and Liam.
Okay, so I guess we roll initiative at that point then. If you're asking us to do something.
Yeah.
Well, it's up to you guys. I mean,
I have an arrow
Alright,
notch, but
alright.
I'm watching for orcs. I'm watching.
Can I?
I'm letting Ulan blow himself up in a tree if that's what it comes to, but I'm watching the orcs as Valen is walking forward, and I have an arrow drawn. And if they start being aggressive, I'm releasing that arrow. So I'm holding my action from stealth on shooting any orc that moves forward.
okay, so you're sitting out. So
Yes.
Valen, if you want, not
Do you want me
Valen.
to-
Sorry,
Do you want me to
dude.
roll initiative in general, or
You don't. Not unless you're willing to get into combat.
I'm willing to get into combat? I'm holding my action for any of the orcs that are going to be.
They're not in combat yet.
Okay,
Then you don't have to. Then you don't have to roll for initiative.
So I'm saying if Val right now wants to, he sees Ulan.
Can I make
Dealing
like
with
an
the-
investigation or perception check to see if I see what he's dealing with and if I understand like what it is?
Yeah, I'm not sure I would really pay
Sure.
attention to like Ulan blowing up some squirrels.
Yeah. They're the same, so I'll just do an investigation.
Yeah, you're just like, oh God, what is he doing?
All right. Well,
What is
then
he
I
doing?
guess
As he
I'll
just
walk
like
over.
kind of wailing away.
All right, I guess
as-
I'll
as-
walk over here and just
oh,
take
Jesus.
That's me.
a look.
Sorry.
Uh,
Yeah, no, you see him. He's surrounded. He's like just swarmed by rats, rodents, all around him.
all right. Well, I'll shoot an arrow or two at them to help them out, I guess.
Okay, so roll initiative, and then go ahead and take your turn.
Oh, sorry,
Oh,
mine
hold on.
didn't get added.
Okay, I can do it real quick.
All right. Thank you.
And then this is in. Why is it- let me pull this up. Oh, over here. Sending. Okay. So yeah, it would be your turn, and then yeah, go ahead.
So that's the first attack, and then the second attack.
We wouldn't even need a second attack. So you
All right,
as
well-
they're like all squirming around, you just you let loose this dragon bow, and it pins like 3 rats that were scurrying up the tree, right to the thing, and then as they're just like kicking and on fire, and you see him, Ulan kind of just looks at you like,
And then Ulan's gonna move away from the burning tree.
gotcha.
No
Um,
one will
Ulan, are you setting the marsh on fire?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I thought you were a fucking druid. What the hell, man?
I can't.
And then another flame comes shooting out. This time, right in front of Ulan and Val.
Uncanny
you guys-
dodge.
You got okay. You guys were in. You guys were safely outside of it. Outside of it, you guys. But right in front of you, within 5 feet in front of you is one of these fire spigots.
Okay. I'll make note of it and say, Ulan, don't step on that. Or set it on fire.
No, I've tried not to use any more fire spells. It was just the rats.
Okay.
Me.
Okay.
Valen, go ahead.
Okay, so I guess I'll keep going down since I'm not rolling for the initiative yet.
I just want to say I'll be keeping an eye out and watching him as he goes because I have to protect my bard.
Okay.
We're slowly going to follow behind him and.
How far can I move though? Let me see.
3 spaces.
Well, I think you got like 30 feet, but
Yeah, so I'll move here.
You
Also-
might want to try. You don't have to get right next to them.
you could probably talk to him from here.
Yeah.
Mm. So should I? Let me see. How should I open the conversation with? To hell with it. So basically,
A song. Start with the song. Start singing.
I'll start with a whistle. How about that? Let me see.
Are you whistling at him like?
No. I'm just whistling a tune and see if I can get their attention.
He's whistling a tune. So he's.
No.
This is just Valen strolling through a fucking marsh, just whistling a tune.
I know. So. Let me see. Stop. No. I know what that is. I'm not doing that one. I'm not doing that one. So let me see. Sorry. I'm gonna whistle. Good. So
It's not being picked up on his mic.
Dude, that's amazing. Also, screenshot that. We're gonna want that for later.
Oh yeah. Shit. Keep that pose.
What is he whistling?
I don't know. I got the screenshot. You got it, Viva.
The orcs turn their attention to you. It is such a high pitch that only the orcs can hear, and all of them turn to you. Who goes there?
So I say, "Oh hi, sorry if my tune or what you were doing. I'm just a bard passing by. So what are you guys doing here?"
Ulan and Val, please do stealth checks.
Next to a burning tree.
So that was Val's 25. So they don't see Val. They don't really see Ulan either.
So that worked. Okay.
It's my moss hair. My moss hair and beard.
It's also smoldering.
How good for us that you appear, because we are looking for food. It seems that the fish aren't biting right now. Who are you?
What bait are you guys using?
I was about to unmute and be like, "Hey man, don't forget you have rations. You can totally go about this in a cool way." And he just goes, "What kind of bait are you using?" Fucking perfect. I love you, Terry.
No, but if the fish is not. No, but I'm talking to.
Okay, all right.
I'm talking to ogre in the game right now. So,
Well,
I was just coming from. I'm just coming from a little bit north from here last night. I actually caught a few fish on the marsh. I mean, what are you guys using?
we've been using grubs that we find in
That maybe
the
that's
damp.
why. Let me try. I have a few berry that it worked out very well for me last night. You guys want some? I can give it to you. I mean, I have
Yes,
a
come,
few dozen for them. Okay.
please help me here. And he's pointing to you to come over there.
Where is Valen walking?
No. So I basically took out a few berries, but my left hand is holding the sheath of my rapier just in case, and I keep walking forward.
So you're gonna walk over next to him.
Yeah, and
You want to do a
then
perception
here,
check to make
help
sure.
yourself. There are a couple berries. It appears to be that the fishes love the smell of it or something. Like I caught a
So
few once.
this is the one that's talking to you, and he wants you to help
Oh,
him.
okay, sorry.
If you don't mind me, they're a little hard to put on the hook. You see, I have big fingers. Also, I'm so hungry I tremble. Please help. And he,
Can I
he
hear?
starts to
Can I
pull-
do a perception
you-
check to see if I hear what's
you
going on?
cannot hear any of this. This is so far away from you.
It's 100 feet.
So you ain't hearing it through the swamp.
I got big ears. I got big elf ears.
He pulls the pull back and the line with the hook is just kind of swinging over the water. Meanwhile, like a couple of the other orcs start coming over to see what you're doing.
I take out my
Terry,
copper, I take out my copper
Terry,
wire
you need to do
I
an
send
athletic
Terry a
check.
message. It's Terry, or sorry, Valen.
Valen, you have to do an athletics check.
Oh, again.
Shit.
Take 1d6 damage, fire damage, as this thing blows up and below you. This fire comes falling up. You take 3 damage. The orcs start laughing.
Funny guys. I know it's kind of dangerous out here, but yeah, here you go.
You have no idea.
You guys can do it.
You're standing on one of the geysers.
Okay.
I pull up my copper wire and I send Valen a message.
I move.
Don't.
Okay.
The message I send is, Valen, don't forget to yell
Cowabunga
if everything goes wrong so that we all can hear you, because I can't really tell if this is a good thing you're walking towards or a bad thing. All right, goodbye.
No. How you say I put this on my hook? Please show me I am just dumb orc who knows no better.
I redraw the bow.
Dude, I hear like in my mind saying that it's a trap.
You could do a perception check or something.
All right, I'll do perception check. This is way too. I'm not that. I can't be that dumb, man.
I mean, would it be insight to see if they're trying to to cheat him or anything like that?
Okay, insight. Is it insight?
Yeah.
Okay, insight check.
To see their intentions.
Anytime you want to do that, then you say I want to roll to figure this out. You honestly, no, they seem really just happy to figure out this new fishing technique.
So basically, I just took over the hook and then basically just.
You got to get closer. I'm sorry, you're still like 15 feet away.
Closer.
You're 15 feet away, and I'm sitting at the edge of the water. So he like in this giant orc maul. The hook is resting with the grub on it. The grub's still squirming, and he turns to you.
Smush the berry a little bit and then just put it on a hook and then use a straw on the ground and pull it in and tied it up a little bit and try to make the berry stay on the hook for as much as possible.
Can you do a performance check?
There you go. No problem. Performance.
Sticks. Yeah, this is.
Thatcher! I am a fucking Thatcher! I'm not kidding you. I am a freaking Thatcher!
Bard.
He also has amazing stats that are out of the
Yeah. So you secure this nice onto the hook, and the orc. Now I throw it in the water.
It shouldn't take too long.
All
3
right.
hours later.
He chucks it in.
Enjoy the fishing mini game of D&D.
Please let fish get onto the hook.
As a little like as like a little bit of time passes by, a couple of the other orcs kind of move in closer. I gotta.
In the meantime,
I pull up my copper
Immediately, like the pole kind of dips into the water, and he goes to grab, and he starts to pull, pulls out of the water just like this giant like mudfish with its face kind of like
yeah.
you can. I would say you guys, if you wanted to make 30 feet of movement.
Yeah, I was about to say,
This giant like flat mouth fish with like his bearded chin, and then on the top of it is the spines that kind of roll back. The orcs kind of look at you in amazement.
Well, I am a bard, but I travel a lot. So this is how I stay alive on the road to feed myself. I mean, you guys are welcome. So enjoy the fish. But
Do you have more of these berries?
I have probably a couple dozen, but that's all I got. So you can have all. But before I hand it to you, I do want to ask. You know, a safe passage to the territory for the turtle?
Oh, those fucking
Somebody
turtles.
got a Mios over there.
Head south. Before you leave, though, can we have more berries? Because in ancient orc tradition, we say you give a man a fish, you give an orc a fish, and he eat for one day, but you teach him orc to fish, he eat for many days.
I basically open up my backpack and then basically give him all the berries. Yeah. Yeah. So have a good day. So I basically just walk.
Be careful around that tree. There are rats in it.
Ooh. Okay. So let me.
I'd go back around. But thank you very much for these delicious, or these fish will feed us for a long time. It's hard to get food here. You're lucky we did not eat you.
I suspect so, but I figure if I can give you guys something better tasting than myself, you will be more interesting than that. So I guess
there are
I'm
worse
lucky.
things in these moors than us orcs, but you have a good rest of your life. And then the orcs just kind of like line the banks of the water, sharing the good berries. And another one lights up next to all right, so you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys kind of like take 30 steps at a time, or 30 feet at a time.
dude, we're just playing Minesweeper now.
Basically.
No, there's 4 others.
Ulan, before you make that, I need you to do an athletics. And Val, an athletics right here. As you guys hear this,
Oh no, I have advantage. Oh yeah, because I have advantage.
so Ulan is able to dip out real quick, whereas Val immediately takes 1d6 fire damage as another geyser goes off.
Rude. Fuck you, nature.
Isn't this like your forte?
Marshlands.
But just like nature?
I don't.
Yeah, but I'm not athletic. I have -1 strength.
It's that
What?
elven fitness class is not the
Shouldn't I
best.
be doing acrobatics to dodge out of the way?
Viva hates acrobatics. He never lets us roll it.
I'm gonna keep the damage I took. I'm just saying, like, moving forward, could I do like acrobatics instead?
Okay.
Okay. I got hit by fire and I learned my lesson. Now next time I'm gonna dodge. Hopefully.
The side could be on hold, like the side could be whole. Basically, just ogres sitting on a pond fishing.
I can't believe
How
it went that
beautiful
way.
is
I thought Terry was
How
totally
beautiful is
gonna
that?
beat me.
How beautiful
I'm
is
so
that?
glad it went that way instead of everybody just being like, huh, these guys are fishing. We should just kill them.
I think we should have totally killed him. But
They're
it was like funnier this way. They were just like,
Val-
come here,
Val
we
is
don't
just
know how to
reconsidering
fish.
his place in this group.
We need bait. I was like,
You guys journey on for several hours until you get to this tree that was described by young Gath, that kind of this birch in the middle of nowhere that just kind of fawns out, and all of a sudden the high moor becomes a little bit more sparse, but they have these big trees that have these drooping like weeping willow above them. It isn't long before you guys come across, in the middle of nowhere, a village. Can we get an investigation check?
yes, you can.
Are we still in non-forest area?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep. I'm
You're
just gonna
very,
make sure.
yeah. Okay. In front of you is. In front of you. Wait, hold on. What?
Who'd you
Who
cast
just
guidance
moved
on?
that? Who just fucking moved that?
Move what?
That's super weird. You guys aren't
We're
even on
all-
this map.
Yeah, we're not on that map.
Yeah, we didn't touch anything.
That's weird. That bonkers.
We got a ghost.
Crap! What was his name? What was the old turtle's name from Kung Fu Panda?
Oh, I haven't seen Kung Fu Panda in forever, dude.
Shifu, Master Shifu. Thank you, Emily.
Master Shifu is the raccoon.
Oh, he's the raccoon. Who the fuck's the
Yeah.
turtle then? Damn it,
It's the Master Uguay.
Oogway. It's Oogway.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Man, get shown up by Terry.
Always.
Lore
It used
master
to-
over here.
But Uguay literally means turtle in Mandarin, so that they just call him the species.
Man, they look so cool.
So look alike though.
In front of you, not too far in front of you, you guys start to see this hunched over shape patrolling back and forth in front of this path that leads into it. You recognize like a hard shell, this kind of rigid spear in his hand.
Do you guys want me to stealth, or do we want to just?
Do we ever want you to stealth? You just do it on your own, anyways.
In the middle of this
Question
marsh,
is asked, do you want it or not?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
behind him is this village built amongst the fallen trees and with these rickety bridges.
I'll break off and make
My God, why do I have a feeling that this is something coming out of like the Bloodborne
God,
or like
Heavy,
Dark
can you put that one
Souls?
back up? For me?
You want
Sorry.
that? Okay.
I've been
Yeah.
taking
Th-
screenshots
this-
of these and putting them into my notes.
Oh man.
Just remember, we're trying to make friends with the turtles.
Thanks, Vivo.
It's
I
up now.
know, but I also don't want us to all be stacked in case they
I
don't
got
want to
it.
make friends with us.
Turtles are friendly.
Fish
Yes.
friends, not food.
Yeah, but in your high state, you definitely told us a story about one destroying a whole like town or city.
All right,
or
we
country,
have
so
an hour and a half. We have an hour and a half left to play. Do we want to take a break or we want to just push through?
I could do both.
I'm okay with either.
Can we people just 5 minutes?
Let's take a
Okay.
short.
Okay,
Very
5 minute
Terry.
tea break.
Terry, roll a d8.
Roll a d8. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's how much
If you
time
can
you have to
afford
be.
Oh, hold on. 1d8.
Re-roll that
Yeah,
d8.
1 minute. Oh my god!
Re-roll that 1d8.
You like that joke,
Okay.
didn't you?
Yeah, that was a good one. All right, I'm going to add 7 HP to your maximum. Good job. Good job, Terry.
Thank you.
I liked my joke.
Your joke was great.
All right, put us on break.
I'm working on it. I gotta get
Did I screw up the session time? Planning to have battle?
All right.
He went away.
Orcs don't have a lot of HP. We're probably gonna blow
Be right
up
back.
for
Be
them.
right back. Be right back. To never ever knock down my
And
Okay.
one of them all dead. That's
All
why
right.
the Goliath were sent after the turtles.
We're headed back live.
Too much of a chicken.
Damn, I haven't had this for a long time. Look how good it tastes.
You guys find yourselves on the outskirts of the Turtle Village. From like in the weeds, in the high grass, you guys are able to see patrolling turtles walk back and forth amongst the paths. And then I'm gonna kind of just leave it up to you guys to.
Let us walk up to them friendly. Everyone stow their weapons. Make sure everything's secured.
I'm gonna watch from the back, but I'm trailing kind of stealth.
So they can.
Who's all going up to the turtle?
I'll go with him.
Oh.
If anyone, it definitely needs to be our bard who can talk his way out of anything. If we're
Anyone suggest that Bard and Valen and Vale both go up while Ulan stays back for now.
Okay. So Ulan's staying back, kind of with
Is there a surveying point? Like, is there a place where I can be in cover and like watch?
Can you move
Ideally.
yourself? Fuck, man.
If I'm over here, would these be like in cover behind some trees?
I wouldn't say you need to do anything that drastic.
There, I know.
I just don't want to be in line of sight of the ones literally.
It's-
right there.
I know how to start a conversation now.
I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna be your bodyguard. That's if you need me to talk, just let me know. But otherwise, I'm gonna let you. You got this, bud.
I'm gonna grab
Okay.
Ulan and we're gonna walk over here just to see what.
Just I would just say before like we walk in, just remember our
Ulan.
goal is to try and broker peace between the turtles and the Goliaths, and hopefully create an alliance towards fighting off this dragon.
I know.
And we're good to go. You got this.
I know. So
Can you be
and so, Dia, I'm talking to this turtle.
Yeah.
So basically, walking up to the turtle and say, "Good day, hi. Is there anyone that's in charge of this village that I can talk to?"
Who are you?
Do I slow down, DM?
Speak now or face the point of my spear.
My companion Val and I, we are traveler coming from a town called Fendelin. Have you heard about the place, Fendelin?
Mandolin. Let me think.
He's enacting that scene from Zootopia. I cannot believe it.
No, I've never heard of Mandolin. But are you armed?
To an extent, because we travel for a long distance and we had to protect ourselves. But we mean you no harm, as our weapon is perfectly seized, and we have no intention to fight anyone here.
Do a persuasion check real quick,
Okay?
just so I know how this is going.
No, that's good.
Hot check. Heat check. All right.
I loved you, Terry.
Real quick, can I just hop in real quick? I just want to say something to Ulan while we're standing in the bushes.
No.
We're about 20 feet away when I measured this, and I rolled a perception of 23. I'm going to say that I can hear what's going on and can see how this conversation is going. I'm gonna look to Ulan and go, did your tribe really get their ass beat by a bunch of slow talking and moving turtles?
So you don't know if they're slow moving yet. You just know that they talk slow. Don't be so judgmental.
Oh, wouldn't a master assassin know not to judge a book by its cover?
All right, Bailey, we're still
Are
talking.
turning to frog legs.
Yes,
so,
that is
so-
very wise.
You guys is fame of being very powerful people in terms of the combat ability has we've heard on our way to here. Well, the reason we're here, I need to speak to somebody that's in charge of the tribe, because people of the Finland have entrusted us to do one very important task, and it's urgent, and we don't want to delay any longer. Is there anybody we can talk to?
Yes, I will take you to our leader before he goes and sees our god. But I'm sure shell shock will be interesting.
Yes!
Interested in talking to you.
Leader named Shell Shocked. I love it.
So he starts to kind of lead you on a path.
Vale can come too, right?
Sorry, taking notes.
Yeah.
I'm on my way.
Oh.
As I'm walking along, I'll just quickly cast a message over to Liam and just say everything's okay so far. We'll let
Just
you know if anything goes sideways.
As you journey through this like really rickety bridges and stuff, like you notice that there are many turtles, lots of them with their shells like adorned in like spikes and
The battle turtle.
but let me get an investigation check from Val.
Okay.
Okay. So close to being okay.
Yeah. No. So you just
Sorry.
kind of see what Valen's saying, and well as this first turtle walks you towards. You guys following? You guys haven't moved in a while.
Oh, I didn't know which one it was.
I'm moving.
Sorry.
We're planning on.
Yeah.
Me and Ulan are trying to follow, but I'm trying to determine
Can you-
before they move too far.
Hey,
If he can turn into something small.
Well, I can turn into a little. I can actually no, I can't. But I only have,
your backgrounds, you only have your few things.
I can turn into a dinosaur, another dinosaur, or a different dinosaur.
Hey, DM, can you put a marker or something on the guy like that, just so we know which one you're talking to as we're moving?
Okay, so
Do you
this one's
understand
gonna
why
be.
that's so frustrating? You could.
Like, it could be like blue or orange or red or purple. Any of these would work.
Do you see a color on it?
I see
Yeah,
red.
I see red on that guy.
Do you? Okay. And then I'm gonna put this guy. He's gonna be purple.
Come.
We got Donatello and Raphael over here. All right.
Oh wait, hold on. I'm sorry. Then I'm gonna put this guy blue.
Really blue, yeah. Makes
Wait, Kyle's by that turtle.
Huh? Yeah. Okay. Oh, hold on. I gotta unclick a color apparently.
There's
Okay.
orange. Orange.
Can we see them from where we are? Like, will we know that there's another bridge right here that we can like, or like?
Yeah, you
can we
guys.
see-
Yeah,
The
you guys
picture-
have.
the picture
It's not.
showed
It's
us
not.
The
It's
bridge
not
is
so dark that you can't, but you do see, like, you can't really see Shell Shock, which is him.
Mhm.
You can't really see him, but you can, I mean, use your imagination, I guess. I'm not gonna be too strict. I'm not gonna be too strict on this.
Ulan, do you wanna get closer or do you wanna stay far away?
Well, I thought Valen was going to tell them about this and see if we can come in as well. Me being a Goliath, I don't think it'd be smart for me to just go in.
Right. Well,
I'll have to wait until maybe you can cast a message and tell him to not forget about this.
Mention me.
What-
I'm a Goliath. I'm cool.
I could definitely Kermit onto Valen. The other thing is, if you want to just still remain close by and just unseen until needed, you have Pass Without a Trace. We can get a little bit closer for a while if you want to.
We can do that too.
Which one do you prefer? Before they
Well,
get over there.
Pass your message and see if he can't just get us in. And if not,
all
then
right, I pull up my copper wire and I'll point to where I see Valen walking to and go, "Hey, Valen, Ulan was looking for an introduction to the turtles, and there looked like there's plenty of time because they look like they're talking for days. If you get a chance in the next 30 minutes to an hour." It would be great if Ulan could get a chance to be introduced, being the Goliath trying to broker peace here. If not, we'll just sneak in. That always works out well.
And then I basically talk back, message back to Dog King saying that I'll find a window.
Do you have a copper wire?
No, but he can respond to my message.
Oh, he can. Oh, okay.
Only once.
Yeah.
The turtle that led you this way. Leonardo. It is.
Just shell shock, damn it.
Shell shock. Yeah, god damn it. God damn it. I changed it to blue and it fucked in my head. It fucked in my head. Okay. Shell shock. They are here to speak with you. Travelers from another land. I say we hear them out.
May I speak?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Shellshock turns and he's a big boy. Weighing probably looking at he's like 400 pounds and he's got that spiky back and he's got a patch over one eye. You could see the scar that probably eviscerated his eye. And then just scars all along his arms, the fleshier parts of his arms. And he turns to you just with the one eye just like gazing into your being.
I look at him and I bow. Shellshock, the honor one. My name is Valen, and this is my companion, Val.
I give a slight bow.
Okay. We are travelers from a town far away called Fandolin. We are here to seek your help.
What is it that you need our help with? Because we are very occupied with our own troubles.
The thing, well, if I have to start, roughly about a month and a half ago, our town, Fandolin, was attacked by dragons, and we, after sacrificing a lot of people and suffering a lot of losses, we were able to fend off the siege, but in order to keep us away from the harm in the future, we found out that the dragons were sent by the black dragon here.
Let me get a deception check.
Okay.
Also, out of game question. It was about 3 to 4 months outside from Fandolin and the attack, right?
They wouldn't know.
Okay, I'm. You're going off of a fun story. I get that now. Never mind. You're good. You got it. I didn't know if you were trying to go for the that.
Okay, so yeah, he's buying it.
So, far away, travel our way through a lot of dangers, but through our journey, we heard that your people and another tribe of other people, by the power of you two, we could have a chance to take down the dragon. And this is why we come here today to humbly request for your assistance so we can join forces to take down the Black Dragon.
Interesting. You understand that Akuntash is barely hanging at bay, that he's only staying out of our marsh because we do not agitate him. What you're proposing is that we upend this deal, this balance, this fine line that we're holding in order to what?
Reality is, I know Akuntas has been sending Goliath as his attack force, try to drive you all away from the marshland and from this area. But what if I tell you, with our resources and with our negotiation skill, we were able to establish an alliance with the Goliath. They agreed to work with you and us so we can join forces to take down the dragon.
You're walking on very thin swamp here.
The sacrifice of my people demand every risk we need to take.
The sacrifice of my people at the hands of the Goliaths has led us to believe that there is no.
I understand. I know the scar and the divide and the bloody history that you two tribes share have gone long into the past.
Genocide. Genocide. They committed genocide on my murdering turtles, younglings. They took our hatchlings and clubbed them on the banks of the rivers. Threw them against the trees and watched their shells crack. And you say we should team? We should stand by their side? No, their ranks have dipped below. They hide from us in our own homes. This is our marshland, and they're driven underground. Why would we ever?
Because this is a future worth fighting for both of the tribes. Without the Black Dragon gone, both of you can have the life that you all wanted. Goliath far away from you guys and out of here and start anew. You know how deprived they are. This is the reason why the rank has been reducing.
How can you possibly speak for the Goliaths?
Because I have the son of the leader of the Goliaths with me right now.
The son? He fell in battle long ago.
Oh, sorry, grandson, my bad. I have the grandson of the leader of the Goliaths right here with me. His name is Ulan. And he also came in peace in hoping that we can establish the alliance with you and your tribe.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, shit.
Don't forget the turtle that Ulan saved.
That you don't know about because you missed last week. Yeah.
No, we told him.
Okay.
Yeah, we killed him, man.
Yeah, we
I
told
want
him.
I want a persuasion though.
Hold on. First of all, may not get me for a bit. I want Oolong to tell that story, and also I'm gonna roll. I wanted Oolong to tell that story.
Yeah,
because-
shut up, Alex.
So
I'm a tree.
I'm a bush. Interesting. Yes.
Plus 10. Jesus.
If you are telling the truth, then bring him before me, and I will.
I'll
What
make sure that he understands what I'm doing is calling to our friend before he assumes I'm doing anything nefarious, and then I'll.
The two turtles
Cast
like
message.
pull their spears and they point them at you as
Before
you
anything
make
happens, I
move.
cast invisibility.
All right. Well,
Because
I'm just
when
saying,
Ulan steps out, I'm gonna lose stealth, so they're gonna look towards the direction. So
Okay.
I'm just.
so I go ahead and cast message. I'll go ahead and cast message to Ulan and say, "Hey, you can approach now." The turtle leader, Shell Shock.
Turtle.
Turtle leader Shell Shock wants to speak to you.
All right. So, real quick, off note, the pass without a trace. It says, for duration, each creature within 30 feet, including you. So it sounds like, if I'm reading this right,
It's concentration.
I can choose if I'm actually being stealth or not. So I can keep it going and keep Liam in stealth, and I'm not.
Sure. So I'm going off the flavor text of it all. A veil of shadow and silence radiates from you, masking you. So the shadows kind of like stick to you from everything I've ever understood.
Yeah.
And
no,
like, if
you
step
can't
out
be
from it-
visible. You can't be visible, and he still benefit
Right.
from it.
If you step out from like these sticky shadows all of a sudden, and the sticky shadows are still there, it would be a little suspect.
It says including you, like it has to include you.
Yeah. So I would
say that you would have to drop it.
Read it. So each creature you choose within 30 feet of you, including you. So whoever I choose, including me. So I can.
I'm not
choose.
disagreeing
No.
with that part.
I think the including you means like you are invisible. That's you. You don't have to choose yourself because it includes you. And then you could pick, if there was 4 people in your group, you can pick 3 out of the 4 to be cast in shadows, but it always has to include you.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not gonna. If you have to drop it in order to be seen.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll drop it. I wasn't sure.
Yeah,
'Cause
and
Okay.
I also argued that it would
choose.
the effect of it would still linger if you were to left it up, and it would seem you would draw attention to something that you're not supposed to be drawing attention to.
Okay.
And that would be kind of eerie. So that's why I was saying, as soon as I see where the conversation's going, because we're within earshot, I would cast invisibility so you can drop it without worrying about where I'm gonna be hidden or not. So like only one person's appearing from the darkness instead of 2.
Yep. So now there's just one person appearing, one tree. Okay.
Yep.
That tree can only hold one person hidden there. I'm surprised it even hold one. It's just perfect. It's such a good tree though.
3 I am Ulan von Drax. And I have come here to broker peace between our peoples.
Our peoples are far from peace. How do you propose that we do this?
What is that?
Do you know of a turtle named Raphael?
Silence just falls. Yes. But he is no turtle. How do you know of Raphael?
When I was young, And my tribe was doing horrible things to the turtles. I saved Raphael, and I brought him and released him. And for that, I was exiled from my tribe. And they have.
Can I get a persuasion with advantage?
You touch yourself?
That -1.
Did you touch yourself during this time?
I don't know if I could or not. I've been doing it a lot.
There
I don't know
is
if my guidance works.
interesting. That
Means I can have it.
seems the things that you've said to us here now is incredibly familiar. And I wonder. How much truth there is to this. Maybe we take you to Raphael, and he will let us know your fate.
Very well.
You three come with us.
We follow.
Yeah, I'll follow.
I'm visibly following.
I'm gonna need you rolls. So you're
I'm
invisible for
invisible
how
and
long?
make no noise for an hour.
Right, for an hour, because it's gonna be a longer journey than an hour.
Oh,
Because they're turtles.
god damn it.
Oh, sounds like you're going to be casting a shit ton of
I
invisibilities.
can't.
You can't.
Alright.
Alright, I'm an arcane trickster. The number of spell slots I'm ever gonna get are very limited, guys. I will use it for an hour, and then I will, when I know it's getting close to times being up, I will get in position to follow from a safe distance, but I can watch, and then I will just be following from a safe distance, unheard, and just rolling.
I don't think that's how this works.
I have boots that make me unheard, so I would still be rolling with advantage on stealth checks.
Okay, so give me 2 rolls for advantage
All right.
on stealth. All right, first one passes. All right, second one passes. All right. So you guys continue to follow.
Shell shock.
Shell shock as he leads you further into into the mirror. The water starts to get like a little bit deeper, a little bit thicker. You guys start to come across like a kind of like a rickety bridge. I'm gonna put you kind of over here. Why do I? Okay, hold on. I'm missing a turtle. What happened to the purple turtle?
It's right there.
I can't get him.
I mean, we're still looking at the old map, so.
I know, but I can't. I don't know where he went. Did I put him on the map?
I mean, you could.
Okay.
I mean, unless he had special stats, you could just make another one of him.
You shut your mouth. That's my favorite turtle. They lead you deeper into the into the mirror until you get to a kind of a big clearing, more water than you're used to. They continue along the wood planks. You guys can follow. Val, you can follow if you
Yeah, I
want,
can't
or
move
you can
David's
stay behind.
character.
Stay here. Yes. Wait while we call him. They start to light torches kind of like on the embankment of this water. And then they make these kind of like bellowing noises. Couple minutes pass. Nothing.
My God, sounds terrible.
A few more minutes, you start to
Are we
hear
sure
like
they're turtles and not frogs?
Giant turtle.
you start kind of feeling like this quaking on the ground beneath you, and the water starts not really boiling, but turning. And a couple minutes pass as this thing starts to breach the water. You start hearing this huge slushing sounds as moss and vines start to like peek over the edge of the water, and you feel and you hear the water rushing off of it. This shell starts to show.
Lake
And
Temple in Majora's Mask. Anyone?
Yep.
Same.
Fuck yeah!
Giant turtle.
Oh
soon
my
you just hear
God.
this splashing noise as this giant turtle head breaches the water.
Oh my god, it's really a giant turtle. He wasn't high. I mean, he was high, but
Holy
like, he
shit.
wasn't high about this.
The turtles bow their heads in reverence as they take a knee.
Holy.
Raphael,
crap.
it's not you.
Which way is the head? Which way are they facing?
The head's facing you. Hey, facing them.
Are they on the shell of the turtle?
No.
Can you point
We're on an island.
He's in the middle of this water that they were looking at.
like over here?
No.
Oh, he's over there. All right, I'm trying to figure out. I'm just trying to orient myself to like know where I should be looking.
Yeah, they're right here. He's right here.
All right, someone put a giant turtle on this fucking map. David, you want to draw the turtle? Or you want me to draw the turtle?
Draw
All
a
right,
giant turtle?
sure.
On the map. There we
Okay.
go. His tail. Don't forget the tail.
Good lord. All right. Oh, ancient one, we have brought you travelers that insist that they know you. We are willing to let them speak their mind, but It is up to you, as our will is yours.
I should not be allowed to do this shit.
And oh my, this be.
One Rex, do you recognize me?
Well, you say it has been some time since I've heard that name, but
That was so small when I last saw you.
you were also quite small when I last saw you.
We've both grown quite big. You are looking majestic.
As are you, my friend.
Thank
It
you.
is quite good to see you again.
Thought I have recently met my herd, and the atrocities that happened. I was, well, I was exiled from the herd after saving you, and a druid by the name of Ellie raised me in the Larkwoods.
I was there. I remember.
Now, Ellie was killed by Dakantash, this black dragon which has a blue scar now. My understanding is that this dragon has been directing my people to attacking yours. And I have seen enough of this, and I wish to put an end to this dragon. I come here seeking your people's aid and knowledge.
You would like to put an end to this war myself, but there are many things in the way, including your herd.
They are willing to stop the fighting. They are willing to seek peace now and band together against a common foe.
Mm,
Don't forget their desire to move after this is all over.
I've
Oh, yeah, we gotta get out of here.
experienced so much bloodshed over these years. I don't know if my kind will let that pass.
It is always difficult to take the first step, but it is one that will bring the greatest good for all. And once the dragon is defeated, and willing, the Goliaths are all, they have agreed to leave this land and not return. If that
Ever,
is ever.
Ulan, you saved me. You are Goliath, but unlike your kind, you showed kindness. There is much to learn from that. If we agree. I need your promise that my kind will be safe. And I will promise you that I will make you whole once.
I
Which is
promise
over.
to do everything in my power.
Mm. It is so good to see you again.
And you,
He turns his head just real slowly to Shell Shock. This is the fabled one. And I promise you, he will not lead you astray. Ulan, I would love to spend more time with you, but I can feel the winds of change coming. Act in haste. We will talk again.
I look forward to the day when we meet again.
And then he dips his head below the water, and like the giant displacement of the water starts to like roll up onto the banks as he starts to like dip, slowly submerging himself. You guys sit on top of the bank once more. All right, Ulan.
Well, Ulan looks over to Shell Shock. Well, is that satisfactory? Satisfactory.
I imagine what's next is that we bring your kind and our kind together and make a plan.
I think that would be good.
All right. He starts to lead you back into the Turtle Village.
As we go back, Ulan looks over to Vale, whispered to him, "Told you it was a big turtle."
Yeah, no shit, Jesus. Or Jesus, whoever.
Raphael.
How many years ago did you rescue him?
Are you sure you're 25?
I know that thing is huge. I've been
Flies by.
traveling for decades. This is the first time, I swear, I have never seen a creature.
Did you feel the magic radiating out of him?
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Quite powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Just imagine
turtles-
how he'll be.
The
In
turtles
the
lead you back into their village once again. And Shell Shock relays the message that now's a good time to rally your kind. We will be willing to meet you on neutral ground.
Do you have any recommendations? Where would be some neutral ground?
Where would be a good place to set up an ambush if we can lure it out? Oh, you're talking about the meetup.
No, yeah,
Never
not
mind.
the dragon. Yeah, we're at the.
Where are we setting up an ambush that you would recommend? Sorry, I'm not there, but I just thought it was funny.
I imagine the best place for the battle would be further into the moors on the Death Moor.
That Ulan probably know this. Is that north or south of where we're? Because the dragon.
It
is
would
up.
be. It would be further. It would be further. I would say it'd be like more east of where you're at.
Okay.
You guys moved to central of the moors, and so he's recommending you guys meet east of where they're at. Be like a couple days journey for the Goliaths.
So is he saying that the Deathmoor is a place for the Goliaths and the Turtles to meet up and have their peace deal first, or is the Deathmoor where he's expecting the battle to happen?
Both.
Because you said the battle.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's kind of saying both.
If that's the case, and then I would at some point want to bring up the question of if we continue to pick the battle in the moors, how are we giving ourselves a disadvantage by picking a spot that is much like the rest of the moors, very swampy, very wet and hard to move through, possible hazards, versus like, would we not want to find a spot that's the driest and the best spot for us to be able to battle
A dragon.
a dragon? Yeah,
Not just any dragon, a black dragon.
yeah, like a black dragon who's very comfortable in these kinds of areas. Because me being a dragon expert, like,
well, the dragon
smart about
the
it.
dragon is positioned more north, and the only dry spot you know that you're describing is up north. So you're like the Goliaths had already told you they don't want to go up north because that's his terrain, and he owns that.
They also said the dragon would probably come down if these talks kept going through with the turtles, because he's trying to take care of the turtles, and he'd just come down if the Goliaths are allying with the turtles.
Okay.
I guess what I'm saying is, as long as we're not in his lair area, so we're okay.
Come down.
I just wanted to pick a battle if we could, if we had the option to not pick a battle in his lair, in his terrain on his terms. I wanted to.
But this isn't
be smart about this.
his lair's up north.
Yeah, then I'm good with
but,
this.
Yeah, black dragons traditionally like swamps, so.
How are we able to lure him out of that area? That's the question.
Goliath's bait.
Well, Goliath and turtles.
Turtle bait, because Goliath to him, Goliaths are just the minions.
Well,
No longer. They've kind of betrayed his trust by not
Okay.
doing his initial task. So yeah, so both would be.
What if we gave him something that he would want?
Okay.
You
That's where I'm going with this.
have any ideas of how we could lure the dragon into the Deathmoor?
Yes.
Would that be a good spot to fight him, or would there be a better spot?
We have a very easy way to lure pretty much any dragon right now.
Are you shell shock?
I'm just talking out. All right, I guess you don't want me to talk. That's fine. I'm sorry.
I imagine that your Goliaths would know how to contact him. They seem to have done it in the past.
But do you think the Deathmoor will be a good spot to lure him out and to confront him there?
We turtles certainly would fight better in the Death Moors than in the north.
Very well then. Ulon wants to give the Turtles the best fighting chance in the safest spot. If the Deathmoor's the best spot for them, then he wants them to be top condition.
So, in one day, meet us, the Death Moors.
Would one day be a good time frame for everyone for both armies and everything to get to the Deathmoor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 2 days. Yes, make it 2 days. Imagine.
Okay.
Is 2 days enough for a bunch of turtles that are walking like as slow as balls?
But they can like swim, you know.
It's marshland. Turtles travel fast in water too, you know.
It's like right over there.
So, you guys are gonna journey back north to
the Giants and
the Goliaths.
Goliath, not the Giants.
Okay, before everybody like breaks off and run and goes back to the Goliath, I ask the group, do we want to leave somebody here with one of our sending stones in case we need to have communications between the two groups, or do we all just want to go back? I think either is fine. I just want to put this forth before we just lose communications with the Turtles for now, and assume that they're going to follow out the plans as they've said so far.
Valen, would you like to stay behind with these turtles?
Sure, I'll stay behind. That's
the drawback to it is we're splitting the group is what this comes down to. Like, do you think that is?
I mean, Shellshock and his people seems pretty entwined, in tune with what we're going to do. So I have no objection.
And then the ones we meet, we'll send him your way as well.
Yeah.
So we'll probably send, if Liam wants to, after we leave here a little bit, we'll meet up with him, and then he'll head to the Turtle Village.
Okay, so the three of you that are headed back north, each of you take 1d6 fire damage as you guys kind of forgot your path through the fire swamp. And
whoa! Someone has a little skill that doesn't let him forget.
I am an outlander.
You also didn't set them all off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna roll mine.
Yeah. 1d6.
Can I use my evasion to avoid it?
No.
Why not?
Honestly, this is in difference of me having to do another encounter because we only got 15 minutes left. So just
everyone rolls almost max.
Wow, amazing.
I mean, we're gonna sleep off, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, we have 2 days.
Nope, not that map. You guys approach the cavern system that you had come to earlier via Shalka and Goth. And as you enter, you still hear kind of the vibrant rumblings of the Goliaths, still energized and still kind of vibrant from
the berries,
from the charity that you guys had earlier given them. They welcome you all back, with kind of open arms.
Did Alex, did you go back to with Terry, with Valen, or did you come with us?
I went with you. I didn't know about this splitting the party plan
that's what
until
I said
you
when
left Valen behind. I'm the one with the other sending stone.
Before we left, I said that. I asked if you would have wanted to. So on our way back, we would have talked, and
I think the three. Well, my understanding was the three of you left, and then Valen was there with the turtles.
Right.
Well, we left, and then what I was saying is that after we left the Turtles town, then because Liam was invisible or in stealth, so they didn't really know he was there. So we were gonna walk out a little bit, and then he was gonna walk back.
So he's saying like to keep this party 2 and 2 instead of 3 and 1, just in case.
I still think splitting the party anyway is silly.
But it already happened. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna stay like lurking, like on the outskirts of Turtletown, or are you gonna go back to the Goliaths?
Or are you gonna go in Turtle Town with Valen? You got choices.
It's your choice.
You got
Well,
choices.
I mean, if I stay at Turtletown, then I have to stay in stealth the whole time
No.
because they don't.
You didn't have to. We already convinced
Well,
you.
no, he kind of does because he never
I never introduced myself. They have no idea I'm here.
Like I said before we left with Valen.
Well, he didn't do anything. So by the time you guys left, he hadn't done anything. So I think that the only options are you hang out on the outskirts of town for the next
And then
however
I
long,
never get spotted. Otherwise, I might incite an issue with the turtles, which
or go back with them with
or go
the
back
Goliath.
with you guys. This was that's why I didn't like this idea, was because
Just-
But anyways, so what are you gonna do?
Make a decision, man.
I'm going
make
back
it
with
as-
them.
Okay, so
Unless
he leaves.
one of them want to stay behind with Valen as well.
They already
then it'll be
discussed it and
me.
they started moving, but we already.
Okay,
Okay, so the three of you guys start walking back, and before you guys enter the cave system, a young man hops down off of like this rocks with his giant club in his hand, swinging it kind of like furiously and showing you his new moves that he's learned.
Ulan pulls out his staff like this golf.
Nice, yeah, and then he just starts like imitating you.
He also misses the swing most of the time. That's fine.
You guys can kind of like walk freely, so I imagine. I mean, it's up to you, Ulan, what you're gonna do, but
Going to my grandpa.
I shouldn't be on the map. I shouldn't be on this map.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
That doesn't apply to anything.
We're just this is all RP at this point, Terry.
Okay.
okay, so you're gonna go visit Grandpappy.
Yep, Disney grandpappy.
Grandpappy.
You walk down into the bowels of this cave system. You turn the corner, you see that familiar blue gas light. There, sitting on his throne, but much more like regal. You see Bilk, and he waves you over.
I have good news. So I grab him by the back of the head, and I assume he grabs me by the back head, and we touch foreheads.
There you go. It is good to see you back, grandson. I worried, but you continue to surprise me.
Continue with the surprises. I have talked to the turtles, and they have agreed to peace and to fight the Black Dragon together. We'd like
And
to.
they agree to let us pay for our sins and leave this place forever.
Nah.
We owe you a great debt. We have suffered for so many years because of one mistake. Now, where are we going to stand by our foes side by side and face a greater danger?
In the Death Moors. In 2 days' time.
Just see him kind of like death. How appropriate. Life is funny.
Oh, get a little closer to your mic, Viva.
Oh. The death moors. How appropriate. Life is funny this way. All right. We march at dawn.
Rest up. And then that one looks at everyone. takes out his good berries, and he's gonna pass them on out, give his grandpappy one.
Grandpappy just like smashes it in his arm and goes, I love these.
Jesus Christ. Viva, what are you doing to all of these goddamn NPCs?
Have we met a single normal NPC?
No!
And Ulan over, I guess.
My new note. Grandpappy snorts good berry.
I love this shit. Makes me feel young. And then he's just like beating on his chest.
Dude, he has highs and lows like it's fucking cocaine. Find some tiger blood, we'll get it to you.
Shalka like rounds the corner and kind of
collects the rest of our berries and give her the rest to pass around.
Thank you. You're so kind, and you have no idea how this is sustaining us. And she leads you back to that tunnel that you guys had previously slept in.
And then I guess if, depending on what everyone else is wanting to do, Ulan would probably spend a little time helping everyone get ready. And then during the rest, before going to bed, he would use up all his spell spots for more berries throughout the days.
Okay.
And then our last day, each of us would have 22 good berries. Okay,
so you guys are going to start leaving in the morning for this journey southeast. Ulan spends a lot of his evening or the remainder of his hours before catching rest preparing weaponry for the other Goliaths. There's only about 22 Goliaths in the herd, and about 10 were women and children. So you're looking like, and as Bilk discussed that he's willing to join you on the battlefield and leave the herd behind, but he's going to have to leave at least two of his guards to stay behind and guard this cave.
Would Ulan be able to teach the Goliaths all like a single spell during the time?
No.
You can't just teach people magic?
No.
It would have been
years. It takes months or years to learn magic if you have the aptitude.
Yeah.
No, it's not their forte.
Damn.
It's not gonna happen. So in the morning, after a long rest, in the morning, Bilk with 9 other Goliaths and the 3 of you start heading back through the marsh. And
before the morning starts, I use, before dawn, I use the sending stone to check in on Valen. So I activate it and I go, Valen, it's DW, Darking. Just checking in, making sure everything's okay. Apparently the group left you with the turtles. Just make sure you're still alive and they're not eating your legs like you would eat their legs.
I actually can talk right now because I'm actually hiding because they're searching for me. I think Turtle knows what's going on, and then I think when you left, you disturbed some area, and then Turtle find out there's more additional member on our team, and they're looking for me, and I'm hiding nearby Raphael, but I don't know how long I can be hidden in this territory.
And that's where we'll end tonight.
We wanted to split the party.
I did not say we had to. I offered the option. Because if we're trying to have two random parties join into alliance on a battle, they need to be able to communicate.
What is going on? The turtles were friendly.
Why if I met up with them like before we went anywhere, why would we have triggered anything?
We'll have to wait next week.
We're about to find out next week.
All right.
Before we leave, can I request?
Yeah.
Can everybody sing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Oh my God. How do you sing it?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in a Half Shell,
Turtle Power. They're the world's most fearsome fighting team. They're
Wow.
turtles in a half shell and they're green. When the evil Shredder attacks, those turtle boys don't cut no slack. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Turtles in a Half Shell, Turtle Power.
I could do another round, but I think we'll stop there.
Jeez, I didn't know there was more lyrics after that, honestly.
Then they go through like Leonardo, Raphael, Donatello. I forget how Leo starts, but it's like Donatello.
Oh yeah, it's like Leo
machines.
sucks balls. No one gives a shit about him.
Raphael
Michelangelo's
has
the best.
attitude. Michelangelo's the party dude. Teenage Mutant
You're
Ninja
right.
Turtles.
I do remember
Teenage Mutant Ninja. Remember, because like old type TV shows back then had like a long intro that was like almost a minute
they didn't
long.
quit. Yeah. Like we got to fill 30 minutes, and we can only afford so much animation.
Yeah, we can only afford so much animation. And if, before you know it, we're gonna reuse some of that animation without you noticing.
Yeah.
Back then, man.
Dude, I forgot how Leo's the leader of the Leo's the leader of something. I forgot how the line is. Leonardo's the
Donatello does machines.
Donatello does machines. Raphael has attitude. Michelangelo's the party dude. And then they cut to the end.
Raphael is cool but rude.
Is cool but rude. That's right. And then the party dude. Yeah, you're right. He's cool but rude.
Good shit.
Dude, I was throwing out some of those fucking quotes and watching Terry die.
Are we still streaming?
Yeah, we're still streaming. We'll end now.
What?
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thanks for coming by.